Well, the sun is up, but the temperatures are down in Stillwater. Welcome to Cowgirls Stadium, as today the Oklahoma State Cowgirls at 26-5 will host the visiting Bears of Missouri State, coming in sporting a 6-19 record. Hello again, everyone. I'm Casey Kendrick. I go out there and take care of business. Now, I know Coach G wanted to get the sweep, but that is so hard to do, and he said that is truly a tough place to play. And there's a third strike call, and strikeout number one.
Messages, I think, coming into the game today for his team is to just focus on Missouri State and knowing that they're going to come in here and give you a tough game and do their best. And some of those midweeks really caused trouble.
She was out.
The only other thing I could think is maybe she stepped out of the box. And if you step out of the box and make contact, then you're out.
There's another strikeout
as well. And to see that as a freshman is very impressive.
And she's going to get additional averages. She's going to turn that into a double. Rounds first in there, standing up. A full count hit into the gap in right center. And Rosie Day 4 with runners in scoring position, and that's what the Cowgirls have right out of the gate. Here's the 2-0 chopped down the first base side. It'll move the runner over, but Poulard will ground out, as you will see it when the ball's in the air like this one is, telling off to the right and coming up a little bit too far is Mueller. The Cowgirls will able to tag Davis in for a run, and the Cowgirls have a 1-0 lead with 2 gone in the bottom of the first. Volume coming out of the Cowgirl locker room right now. That one is hit hard into the gap, and line drive off the wall. Wong is going to be held to a long single. Man.
That from the Cowgirls offense here. Caroline Wong takes this upper pitch on the outer half and drives it exactly where it came from, into the right center gap. And credit to the right fielder there, Annie Mueller.
Here's the 3-1. That one is hit back up the middle as Girardi is able to come over. She's in for a injured player today as well, getting a rare start, makes a nice play, and Missouri State out of the inning. 1-0 Cowgirls on top here in Stillwater. Repeat offenders down there in Oklahoma City, and that's exactly where both of these two teams would like to be. That one is hit sharply into left field. In the gap, that's going to be a double for Mueller, and that's a nice little hit off of Kyra Aycock for the double. Right back to Aycock under her glove. Bloodworth over, makes the throw, but not in time. And let's see if they will review this or if they will leave.
A say, and they're more willing to kind of, you know, voice their opinion on things and how she's sort of just had to adapt to that.
McCoy hit by pitch, and the bases are now loaded up. As coach right there at third, Coach Casey Griffith. As that one is hit back to Kyra Aycock. Shipman will be reach on a fielder's choice. They are out at home, and there's the first out. You can put up enough offense to even, you know, learn in these situations, even if it doesn't go so well. But how about that for getting out of trouble? Kenzie Derryberry gets caught looking. The shortstop will.
Really good pitch, too, on 3-1 to get it right on the inside corner.
And got her swinging for a strikeout, and the Cowgirls get out of the jam. Cowgirls have only managed one here so far early, and Missouri State's played well. That one is hit shallow left field, coming in, flying in, make that stop as or catches McCoy, and she's able to do that. There's out number 1 for the Cowgirls here in the bottom of 2. That one is hit off the glove of Hooley. Schneidmiller going to try to beat it out, and she does. Audrey Schneidmiller, the catcher, hits one off the glove of Hooley, picked up 2-2. That one is hit into right, shallow right, and coming on is Mueller, and she can't make the stop. It's going to roll all the way to the wall, and the Cowgirls have no choice but to go here because Bloodworth was getting chased up on by Anderson, and man, you see the speed by Anderson. She turned second. That one is hit to the shortstop. Derryberry makes the play, but a run will score. And again, another Cowgirl batter doing their job. 2-2 hit into right field. Again, Mueller looked like she misjudged it, but gets underneath it, reaches out, and is able to make the catch for out number 3. At least that's the way it's scored as of right now. That one is flared into right field. And it's Wong who comes on, does a good job, gets in front of it, gets it back and holds Crable to the single, which Keith Gutton, the head coach of the baseball team, as that's hit over to Poulard. And that's going to be safe with the single. Ford backs up the Crable baseball coach of Missouri State. He is retiring after this season. Hit right back to Kyra. Kyra decides to throw it to first. Kind of got froze, little analysis paralysis by analysis, but Tiz does make the throw to the designated player. And there's a ball that gets by Schneidmiller. Schneidmiller tries to make a play, throws it back, and how about that? Oh, now that one may get reviewed. The ball got by Schneidmiller. She tried to toss it over to Kyra. No really need to do it. It is a play that's really close here at home.
Yeah, a lot going on in that play for sure. And Kyra, I really do think that Ford sneaks in there. She is a pitcher, so, you know, not the best person to be putting that tag down, but
that one is hit right back to Kyra. This time she turns, stops the feet of the runner, but unfortunately misplayed a couple, and it's allowed the Bears to get back in this thing at 3-2, doing exactly what we said they wanted to do. That one is on the ground. Schneidmiller makes the play, throw in time, and McCoy is going to be thrown out at first. What an inning. There's a lot going on. Lots of Poulard starting the bottom of the third, hits that one, gets underneath it. Center fielder Ford is on, and calling her off is Mueller in right field for out number one. I was just at a 13U tournament there, and the pool of pitchers is better than it used to be. As that one is hit sharply, it's going to hit the ground, and that's going to be a double for Carly Godwin, or at least it's going to be a close, and she is there in time for the slide-in double. Any thoughts on what I mean?
So that definitely makes sense.
2-2. That one is hit to the shortstop, makes the catch. That is, excuse me, Girardi, the second baseman, makes the catch, and Godwin is back in there. That one is hit, going to go a mile high. Ulrich will get underneath it, just in foul territory, makes the catch for out number 3.
Some surprises, I would say, and it's cool to see Kansas breaking into that top 25 as well.
Left fielder Anderson tries to get to that one, can't. And a good start for the Bears here in the top of the fourth. Here's the 1-2. Not struggling there, gets her 6th strikeout of the ball game, and so it's been kind of feast or famine for them.
In your head.
Why are you throwing it across the plate every time? 3-2 with one gone in the top of the fourth, and Girardi takes ball 4. Ball 4, so back-to-back walks, and they're loaded again. And behind in the count 1-2 here. And there's a 3rd strike call and another strikeout.
In these situations, they've had the bases loaded a couple times now and got lucky that last inning having some miscues from the Oklahoma State defense.
And how about Kyra Aycock comes back with 3 straight strikes to Ulrich. So 3-2. This one's hit sharply. It's hit in the zone. It's hit out of the park. Home run. Touch a ball. Sound the horn. The Cowgirls have another home run to their credit. And the Cowgirls have doubled up Missouri State 4-2. There is that patented horn. Cowgirls get it done with, there's a good look at Scotland David, and boy, she got every bit of this one right.
Oh yeah, a great swing by Michaela Warwick. This ball's up in the zone and she meets it and actually hits it out. That's her dad out there that catches that ball. So an awesome moment for them. A great swing by Michaela Warwick.
The last time that happened that I said to you, that looks like a do better talk to me, as there's another one hit sharply, but Ford is going to get back and is able to make the catch on Schneidmiller. But there was a do-better talk going on.
Prepared.
Another one hit, first pitch hit, and that one is going to be caught. State just got tossed, or something she said in between innings, and there's ball 4 for Taylor Anderson. If I'm not mistaken, that is the first. That one is hit right down the third base side. Great job right there, great placement. And the Cowgirls are going to send her. They're going to try to get home, and they do. Another RBI double by Rosie Davis.
Is able to just turn on this pitch and get it down the third baseline. And with the speed of Taylor Anderson, even though the outfielder Ellie McCoy cuts that ball off from getting the wall, she's able to score from first base.
Go back to. And a third strike call, and the McKenzie still. Casey Griffith is all about. Coach Hesse getting tossed. We get a chance to see that as that one's hit sky high. Drifting over is Paige, who came in at third, and she's able to get underneath that and make the catch. Nice play.
You know, Kyra has kind of gotten into some challenging situations, but when you have more run support, it's always helpful.
Well, I set us up on that one incorrectly because Perales, the designated player, goes yard, and she touches them all and meets her entire happy, joyful team at home plate, and that makes it a 5-3 game as Perales just turns on this one in a hurry.
Yeah, this pitch is on the lower inner half, and she just meets it exactly where she needs to, gets her hips open, able to go down and get that ball. And you know, with Kyra Aycock throwing so hard,
starting rotation on the field right now, but expectations don't change even when you make those substitutions. And there is ball 4. But she got a chance to get the win. That one is hit into right field. That'll be a single for the other Stillwater product, and Stillwater kids doing well from Missouri State, Sydney McLaughlin. And Derry Berry struggles again. There's another strikeout, her third of the day, the pure leader for the pitcher.
Definitely. I think the catcher really is the most important for the pitcher, to be talking to them and hyping them up.
Well, she's hyped again because Wick's doing in the circle right now. After a 3-0 count, 2 called strikes. And finally, Carly Godwin tosses the bat for the third time and is able to get the walk and try, as you said, momentum out of this going into their weekend. As that one is crushed, and maybe that takes away a little bit of that momentum. What a job right there as Caroline Wong sound the horn. She'll touch them all, and the Cowgirls add 2 more to the tote board. That's another rocket off the bat of Wong, and there's the horn.
And it's paying off with the 2 home runs in the last 2 innings and some hard hit balls.
Excuse me, there is a rocket to Ulrich, and that one is hit in the gap for a single and a base hit for Michaela Wark. Coach is really big on that. This is not the result, it's the competitiveness. And Audrey Schneidmiller going to try to go out, and she does. Another 2-run shot. Sound the horn. The Cowgirls have another home run, leaving the park, touch them all again, and there is that patented horn. That wall's getting worked over right now in left field. That one is hit to the shortstop, Derry Berry. Throw over, and Lott is out for the second out of the inning. Again, looks over immediately at Coach and falls behind here 1-2. The off speed, third strike call, rung her up, and that'll be a strikeout. So Crable, the third baseman, struck out, had a single and a walk. That one is hit into center field. And Tim comes on to make the catch.
And not leave it in the umpire's hands.
Third strike drop, throw, not in time. Her foot came off. Godwin's foot came off, and that's a good call. Errors on the day. So we talked about Missouri State and the good things they've done here. And there's another good thing they did. There's some timely hitting. That one's hit into left field. The throw, that'll be a double for Kayla Ulrich. There's the 1-2. That one catches the outside corner. And there's another strikeout for Ivy Rosenberry.
Missouri State hitters start to get some momentum and get some offense going, get some runners on base. It just gets followed up by some strikeouts,
and
unfortunately for them. To close it out for the Bears.
Back to the top of the order for the Cowgirls. Rosie Davis, slow roller to third. Crable makes the throw in time, and Rosie Davis.
In the beginning of the season against, I believe we were playing UCLA, one of their players was hitting and maybe didn't get re-entered. I think she got on base.
Kind of drug on. As there's a good piece of hitting right there by Sophie Page as she stays alive and just sprays that one into right field. Over that first base position in large part because of her batting ability. And there's one ripped right back up the middle. And that's going to be another single. So back-to-back singles for the Cowgirls with one gone. 2-2. And she goes down swinging. She was trying to end this one here. Big cut. The program has only had 20 years of non-Coach Hesse. This program began at 69. And there's a strikeout called by Tim. So finish that thought here. Aycock had 8 strikeouts, did a good job, but it was just kind of a clunky start, if you will, but has a chance to get the W. And Ivy Rosenberry just absolutely hammers Ellie McCoy. Tuition earlier, and she hits that one deep into center field. Tim is back. It's underneath it for out number 1. Going, she does have 18 strikeouts on the season. Again, 3 of those coming in this ball game, but trying to work her way out of that. Here's the 2-2, and didn't help her cause any there. That's her 4th strikeout of the ball game. Top of the 7th. And that one inside. Runner will advance. No, 3rd strike drop, as it was a called strike, and so that's how this one will come to an end. It was not a thing of beauty, Rachel, obviously, but you know they don't ask you to grade them, right? I know they're going to self-reflect and know they got to play better against Texas,